Hey there, Austin Martinez, Director of Education at Stretch Lab. With me today I have David Vincent, Master Instructor from CycleBar. David's obviously the expert on everything related to cycling. David, why don't you kick it off for us? Tell us about some key areas that we want to look at least from a stretching perspective, but kind of tie it back into cycling.
Yeah, of course. So like basically outdoor indoor cycling is a great cardiovascular workout, and it's also really low impactful workout. So it's really good on the body, but it also you need to make sure that you're stretching out your joints and like kind of making sure your form is right for performance. So we like to focus on three kind of main topics. And your upper body, which kind of focuses on your chest, keeping your shoulders down away from your ear, taking tension out of your neck, by keeping balance on the handlebars. And then we have your core and your lower back, which is all about kind of keeping stabilization and using it as kind of your foundation for your ride. So it's all about like a tight spine and a tight core. And then you have your lower body, which works with the light rotation on the bike. So your speed and your gear. So it really focuses on the quads, the hamstrings, the drive in the heels, and the glutes. So those are the main kind of muscle groups that we work while we cycle a lot.
Fantastic. Well, the great thing is we have stretches for all those areas. So why don't we go ahead and pan to the bench and we'll show you some of those stretches. David, thanks so much for that information before. Now it's my turn. We're going to start on the bench. We're going to show you some great stretches. As you remember, David took us through those three key areas. So the upper body, the core and the lower back, and then our lower body. And we have three stretches that a flexologist would be able to focus on inside of our studio, and definitely one of our fan favorites we want to show for you. Kelsey, why don't you go ahead and start with our first stretch. You're going to stay seated there. You're going to bring your hands behind your head. This first stretch is what we call a pec stretch, a chest opener. As the name implies, it's primarily focusing on the pectoralis major and minor, which are big muscles in your chest. Go ahead and inhale for me, and we'll pull slightly back. One of the things we focus on at Stretch Lab is just making sure your tension is comfortable. We always want to make sure you enjoy the stretch and you're getting the most benefits out of it.
This is a good stretch to always do probably before class or like afterwards, because it really helps with form and posture when we were talking about the upper body earlier. Always wanting to keep that chest proud, shoulders down away from the ears, so when you stretch this, you're able to do it a little bit more by kind of warming up those muscles.
Awesome.
Love this stretch.
So the second stretch we're going to go to, now we're going to move more into the core and the lower back. It's a lying lumbar rotation stretch. This stretch focuses not only on your lower back, it also focuses on your core muscles, your obliques, your transverse abdominis, and then it also focuses on some of the muscles we have on our side that often get overlooked, like our quadratus lumborum. So we have this setup here. Kelsey's going to go ahead and open up for me like a book, and notice you get that nice healthy spine rotation. I'm going to apply just a little bit of pressure on the shoulder. She's going to feel that rotation through her spine.
This is a great stretch as well. What we were talking about earlier, like the back and the core, being able to really have a strong spine is going to help with any like avoidance of lower back pain. And also, like you said, working out those legs a lot. Like cycling is a leg heavy focus workout, so making sure you can get all the stretches in, not just in the quads and the back of the legs, is a good idea as well.
And now our last stretch we're going to show you, she's going to stay in the sideline position. Definitely a favorite. We're going to focus on the hip flexors and the quads. Obviously, David talked about it earlier, a big area you focus on with cycling. So we're going to finish up with that.
Love this stretch. This is like one of the greatest stretches, because if you're a power rider, you really like heavy gear, you're really going to be working your quads like for 45 minutes totally, especially in an indoor class, or if you're outdoor biking for hours or even miles and miles and miles, and you got those uphill battles, like you're going to make sure that you have this quad stressed out. So this is probably a stretch you should do before every class or any workout.
David, thank you so much for that information. Kelsey, thank you as well. So if you were watching this video, come in, visit your local stretch lab, come get a stretch from our flexologist. They'll be able to customize the stretch for you. Whatever type of cycling that you do, whether that's outdoor, indoor, stationary, we know you can get benefits, and we'll see you soon.